Hi, Miss Brown again in biology, and today we'll have a presentation on enzymes. This one has a lot of cute little frogs on it. I think you'll like it. You'll be taking notes on your own on your notebook paper today. So you may have heard of enzymes before. Sometimes we hear it on things like advertisements for detergent or some medicines. We hear words like enzymatic action or powerful enzymes. And enzymes are necessary for all life, especially digestion in our life. Is a big deal with enzymes. So your title is enzymes. So let's write down the definition. They are molecular machines found in nature. They're made of protein, so they fall under that protein umbrella under organic compounds, and they can catalyze chemical reactions. So I know that's a lot of big words you may not have heard before. Let's go ahead and write those down, and then we'll talk about what they mean. And again, you can stop this so it gives you time to get everything down. All right, so what is a catalyst? What does that mean? A catalyst is a substance that lowers the activation energy of a reaction. So it speeds up the reaction. It doesn't need quite so much energy to get going. So it speeds it right up and it makes it happen faster, which is a good thing with your digestion, because without those enzymes, we have a terrible time digesting food. Okay. They are not altered by the reaction they catalyze, and they can be recycled, so they can be used over and over. But they are very specific. For each one enzyme, there's only one reaction, but the enzyme can work both forward and backward. So it can put things together and it can pull them apart. And there are more than 2,000 enzymes known in the human body. So we're just a walking enzyme that seems like 2,000. So enzymes work in pathways, and they allow cells to keep chemical reactions separate. The product of one reaction will become the reactant of another one, and they keep the cell from reaching equilibrium. So A plus B will give you C, and then the cell may need C with a D to give us E, and then it may need E with an F to give G. So they go in pathways. Now, without enzymes, it would take weeks for our body to digest food. Our muscles, nerves, and bones would not work properly. They're very important. Now, they may require coenzyme helpers and cofactors to help them. And here are factors that can affect the reaction rates of enzymes. Temperature, pH, the substrate concentration, or accumulation of products. If there's just too much product, it may not react as fast. Now, usually the name is based on how it reacts or what it reacts with. And as you wrote down your chart, they usually end in ASE. Like lactase reacts with lactose. Amylase, of course, would react with amylose, has to do with sugar. Lipase, it digests fats. It's often what you find in like shouted out laundry detergent when you have a Tide stick or something like that, when you have a greasy stain. That's often what's in that. It helps break down that grease to help wash it away out of your clothing. Carbohydrates, of course, works on some carbohydrates. Protease works on proteins. Catalase, it breaks down hydrogen peroxide in the body. Now, I want you to have a look at this. The red is the enzyme. Notice it locks in and it breaks this product apart. Before it's worked on by the enzyme, it's called a substrate. Let me go back. It's called a substrate. After it's broke down, it's the product, just like a math problem, okay? Here where it attaches is the active site. So it fits right in almost like a key and lock. Now, if for some reason this needed to work the other way, it could actually take those two items, put them together, and put it out as a solid object. So the enzyme can work both ways, but it can only work on this one substrate. Okay, let's write this down. Enzymes act upon substances called substrates, and they have active sites which a substrate can bind. It's almost like a hand in a glove. They fit right in just right and twist out. Here's another picture. Step 1, we have the enzyme and the substrate. And the enzyme is going to change a little around it so it fits just right, just like when you stretch on a pair of gloves. And there we see the active side, and we see the substrate when it squeezes in. There are some things you use, detergents, bleach. Those are things that you have around the house that contain enzymes. Thank you.